I am here with Cory Helm, recent graduate of the Business Accelerator. Cory, tell us, where are you from? What do you do?
I'm from Calgary, Alberta. I have a fabrication shop in Calgary.
Okay.
So I do structural steel.
Okay. And how did you come to find out about London Real?
I was put on to you guys by another fella who told me to watch Dan Pena on YouTube and to look up this Brian Rose guy, this London Real guy. And so I looked it up and I watched this Dan Pena guy and I was like, who's this guy? Just fucking do it. And I fell in love with him, and then I started watching more of the videos with you, and I was like, yeah, this guy seems pretty cool. So then I went onto the site and checked things out a little bit further, and I thought it was pretty awesome, so I joined up. It didn't take me long. Like, watched a couple of videos, and you guys kind of enticed us to get right into the website, so it was pretty good. I don't regret that at all. It's good. Happy to be here.
I found that most of the people on the course were kind of at crossroads in their life, trying to figure out if they want to go this way or that way when they joined. Was the same true with you?
Yeah, you know what? I've always tried to look for something more. Like, I have a pretty decent company, but it's just something is not fulfilled with what I'm doing. So I'm really in search of trying to find how to put everything all together. I think that's what has attracted me the most about London Real is there's accountability, and you got awesome people, man. Like, I have friends that are pretty successful, but not like the people that I meet here. Like, the guys that I'm staying with here in London, like, we had some great conversations here today, and it's mind-blowing. Like, the stuff that comes out, it's pretty awesome because you're always looking at your business from the inside out, and I think it's way better to have somebody looking at your business from the outside in, and it gives you a better perspective, and it's nice to give other guys a hand too, because I see things a little bit differently than others. So.
And what kind of conversations are you having?
Just trying to get people out of their boxes, right? Like, we had some guys in there, and they're pretty stuck on the way their belief system, and it's like, you know what? You got to kind of stretch out of that box and kind of let those things go and move past it. And I think we had some breakthroughs today. We actually we're doing kind of interviews just at the apartment. It was pretty cool. And then I'd met a guy in London. I was just walking around, and I met a guy in London. I went into his store and had a great conversation with him. And one of the guys that we're staying with, I just figured, this guy needs to meet that guy. So I brought them in. We went into the store. We were in the store for half an hour, just having awesome conversations with people. We were with this guy, and Jose was just like blown away. So it was pretty cool. It's been a neat experience here. It's cool. I like it.
Before you decided to join the course, I mean, it's an investment. It's investment in time and money. Why did you decide to do it?
You know what? I just knew I needed a change, and I've invested in a lot of courses over the years. I've spent lots of money on courses, and then it just came down. It was like coming down to the final crunch. It's like, this is it. Do you want it? Get in now or it's over. And I knew it's part of the whole thing. So I just said, you know what? I think I need it. So I just did it, and that's the end. And I don't regret that at all. Like, when I look back, I'm like, yeah, I knew it was right. So yeah, that's the way it is. So.
What were those first 3 weeks like?
Hell, yeah. It was pretty brutal, but it was awesome. Like, the push was pretty wicked. Staying accountable, staying on track with everybody. It was pretty intense. Trying to manage business and that course. It was pretty wild.
Little demanding, huh?
Yeah, a lot demanding, I think.
What was the one thing that challenged you, and what was the one kind of win that you got where you were like, wow, I'm really proud I did that?
You know, when I look back and just started taping myself and putting it out there, I still don't think I do it nearly enough. Not like Andrea, but I just, you know, that was a stretch for me, and putting it out there and getting out and telling people what I'm doing. You know, things are evolving though, so it's, yeah.
I watched your welding fabrication vlogs.
Yeah.
I watched you making stuff. It was great.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's a little bit cheesy, but you know, it'll get better, and I know that, right? So it's just it's an evolutionary process, and I think things are going to start evolving in quite a different direction now for me.
What was the biggest challenge for you on the course out of all the modules?
I don't know. The end was really challenging for me. Like, just to stay on track, it's tough. Like, to keep pushing for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, it was a tough push. But you know, we made it through it. It's sad to see it come to an end. But yeah, the end, like the I guess trying to talk to like peers or whatever, like getting there, blogging, like there's a lot of tough stuff to do in there. You know, because I'm not a person that does stuff like that. So,
talk to me about the class members. What did you think first when you started like seeing them all come in, and now after all of it? I mean, you just mentioned Andrea, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's a 23-year-old girl from Romania, about as far different from you coming from Calgary, right?
Yeah, like polar opposite. But you just see her evolved over the course of time. And she's just natural at just blabbing into the phone. That's just the way it is. But, you know, you see John and how he just can come up with stuff. It's pretty amazing. Like, just talking at the apartment there, just popping stuff out. It's like, wow, it's pretty awesome. Like, just to see people grow in different directions. Like, when I first seen his idea, I was just like, whoa, it's different, you know. And I've just seen him grow over the course of time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. 3 biggest things, or a few things you think you'll take with you from the course for the next couple of years?
I think, well, I know the social media aspect. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to probably incorporate that into various aspects of my business. You know, on the welding side, as I go and do more in real estate, obviously I'm going to be doing some stuff there. What else? I don't know. It's mostly the social media, I think. You know, and accountability. I think that's the other one. It's going to be the people that I was surrounded with. That's what I'll take for probably years and years, because I think some of us, we're going to probably wind up meeting up for maybe every year. Maybe we're going to come to London every year and meet up, or maybe we'll go someplace warm and not rainy. But yeah, but that's one of the greatest things, because if we're communicating back and forth a couple times a month or whatever, keeping each other accountable, and then you come back and every year you just kind of come together and really tighten stuff up. We'll really push each other's businesses to a different level. I think that's going to be a good one.
And you told me last night, the Super Focus Group, that you might be going in a completely different direction. Can you expand on that a bit?
Yeah, you know, it's like I went to art college for 4 years, and that was like 20 years ago. So mind-blowing. I can't believe it's been 20 years, but I just let all that stuff atrophy to nothing. And I just find that just ridiculous that I let that just go. And it takes me to come all the way around the world to figure out that this is something I should be doing. Because I've been looking at all the architecture here, and it's just coming flooding back, like what I got to be doing. And it's like, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I have good ideas now. Like, they're all, everything I'm looking at a different light now. So it's pretty cool. You know, I'll go back to Calgary and I'm going to look at the core of Calgary a little bit differently. Just go around and start looking at things a little bit closer. Because, you know, it's a little bit harder in Calgary to look for things. In London, you just look around. You turn around and there's something to look at everywhere you turn. It's bizarre. Like, I'm just mind blown here. It's so cool. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get back, do some art. I'm gonna incorporate it with some all steel, wood, stuff that I was thinking about doing like 20 years ago, and I don't know why I ever let it go. And I just drifted into business, get into the steel fabrication business, and that was it, And I look at the steel fabrication business a lot different now too, because I look at the stuff that's been done here, some amazing stuff. So maybe branch off in some different directions.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Let's say you took a walk down the sidewalk and bumped into the Cory that didn't take this course, and you're having a chat with him. How is he different than you?
How is he different that didn't take the course? Well, I don't think he's not in London. He wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have stretched to this spot. I never thought I was going to come to London. So without coming to London, I don't think a lot of this stuff would have changed. So my mindset would have been the same. I would have been struggling with what I went with on the course. Like I went with the boxing ring idea and rings and cages, and I like building those, but that's not a true passion for me, I don't think, and I have a hard time expanding on and talking about boxing rings or interviewing a boxer, because it's really not my passion to build the thing that they get into. It's pretty cool, but I need to find something that really sparks you, and that's the direction that I think that this course has pushed me, and coming here has woken something up. It's pretty awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
To anyone watching who's thinking about taking the course or not, what advice do you give them and why?
I'd say take it, because it's going to expand your business. You're going to look at things a little bit differently, and you're going to be pushed, and you're going to meet amazing people. Like really, those people that you'll never have in your life, in general, you're not going to find those people just out in life, because your mom's not going to push you the way you need to, your girlfriend or whoever, dad's not going to probably push you like you have to. When you come onto this course, you got the tools that you guide and you push. You have that accountability document to kick ass. So it helps a lot, and you just want to stay on tune with everybody else. You don't want it to fall too far behind. You want to stay on. So keep pushing. It's really awesome.
Cory, it was awesome having you on that course. I know I called you out a couple times on the calls,
Yeah.
and I was always following your progress and finding different ways that we could explore things. But you've done the ultimate pivot, which is amazing. You went in, you did all the work, and you came out the other end saying, okay, now I want to do something completely different, and that's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
And you're right. If you can't speak on something with passion to where I got to say, would you please shut up, which basically is almost, you're a man of few words, but you want to talk about architecture, you're definitely on to something. And so that makes me super happy.
Yeah.
And you're over at the fraternity house right now with like 8 of the guys on the course.
Yeah,
with
crazy.
John McMahon, who I had here this morning. And the more I hear about him, my jaw drops.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a fascinating guy. So I agree that the peer group on this course, it's something special. And I was always told that about London Real, but they are really special people.
Yeah, it's like, and I met amazing people last night that I never met before, and it's like, wow. And we went skydiving in a tube. So it was, what a day yesterday was. It was awesome.
Your excitement's infectious on me. So,
Yeah.
Cory, thanks so much for being a part of this class. I'm sure you're part of the family now. So I guess we'll see you next year on your trip to London or Jamaica, wherever we do it.
Yeah, let's go to Jamaica.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan.
Deal. Thanks,
Okay.
Cory. I
Head
appreciate
off.
it, man.
Awesome. Cool.